Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Kate and I'm here tonight to talk to you about a project that I've been involved in for the last 3 years called Safe for Me, Safe for You. I'll be doing a longer version of this speech next week. I'm here to talk to you tonight in particular about 3 main topics. They are independent living, support workers and transport. I've been living up in Albury for the last 13 years independently, up until recently with my dog. During that time, I have managed to gain a very, very supportive network of family, friends, but crucially neighbours. This has helped when things are happening in the street or nearby, and I've got neighbours now that will text me or ring me to check in to make sure I'm okay if they hear a lot of noise in the street. This has given me a huge amount of comfort. They'll also give me advice. So when I was living with my dog, if my dog was outside, they would ring me and say, bring her inside and shut the doors, which of course I would do. To keep myself personally safe, one of the things I've also done is install security cameras. These cameras I can see through an app on my phone, which means that when I am home and someone knocks on the door, I can look and see who it is and choose to whether I want to engage or not. And this also gives me the chance to obviously have that barrier and therefore stay safe. As I mentioned, living up here independently for 13 years has also meant that I need to find people that will help me inside the house when needed. So I've actually been able to start working over the last 10 years or so with support workers, and I've currently got a fantastic group. These people, however, come into my home and initially I don't know them. And a lot of them are young females who some have more training than others, and that's quite evident. However, these people also need to, between the two of us, we need to work out professional and personal boundaries in any situation. For example, when I'm out and about, if I fall, I need to make sure that these people are not going to immediately grab me. I've fallen many times, so I know how to fall. However, if someone goes to grab me, that puts them in danger as well as myself, and the problem can be made a whole lot worse. As I mentioned, travel and transport are rather important to me. To keep myself safe on public transport, for example, I make sure that all my belongings are close by, on a train in particular. I have my handbag zipped up and under my arm so that no one can reach it, and the only way they can is if they touch me, which you would hope they wouldn't do. People need to ask permission, the conductors, to come to touch me, and a lot of the time this has created a few issues because the alternative for them is to essentially yell at me if I fall asleep, and that scares me. There still needs to be a little bit of work with that, but hopefully in time these policies will improve. When I get to the hotels, I always ask for 2 keys. This is so that anyone that I'm staying with can have a key and easy access to my room in case of an emergency. I also sometimes have asked if somebody close by to the hotel can have a key so that if the hotel, for example, isn't 24/7, that person can come in and assist if I need them. Otherwise, of course, there's 000. In conclusion, it takes the whole community to create a safe environment for everybody. But for people with disabilities, it does require a little bit more thought in certain circumstances. So what can you do to help provide a safe community for those of us with disabilities, especially those of us living on our own.